reunited, and it feels so good. Glad Dad back in the booth. Season 4, baby. I don't know about you guys, but I am super excited. Been waiting for 4 weeks for this thing to kick off. Love you guys. Miss you guys. So glad to be back here. Y'all know who it is. It's the Outcast boys back on track here at Pocono Raceway, the legacy, the old style here. Let's take a look here at the track info. There it is, coming down from space to look upon this tricky triangle. Pocono Raceway offers a unique 2.5-mile tri-oval track known as the Tricky Triangle for its 3 distinct turns. Located in Blakesley, Pennsylvania. It opened in 1969. Hosts a ton of NASCAR stuff. Turns 14 degrees in turn 1, 8 degrees in turn 2, and turn 3 is 6. So 3 completely different turns here. And the straightaways are completely different as well. Let's take a look here at our driver cams for tonight. Whoo, who do we have here? Let's take a look. We've got Ronnie Welchel, Rob Hamilton. So Ronnie Welchel's in the top left, Rob Hamilton in the top right. Steve Giberson, James Greeny, Ian Montrose, Eric Johnson. There he is. Look at that. Drew Kuhn and Kel Peterson. All here in the driver cams. Thank you for showing your beautiful faces. 8 drivers tonight. That's insane. That's insane, guys. Appreciate that. And let's see. We need to get down track side. Qualifying's just about to take place here in about 3 minutes. So let's switch on over to the other control room here and get down to the brass tacks. We got Ronnie Hurst, currently the fastest on track right now. And Brandon Brock from Robinson, Illinois, second fastest. Joshua Yarbrough. And please excuse the fog, ladies and gentlemen. The fog is a problem right now, but I promise you it will go away. Carson Youngblood joining us here. You can see he's getting off pit road now, blending onto the racing surface down into turn 1. Glad to have Carson back. Drew Calvert, this guy was fast in season 3. And I don't think anything's going to change in season 4. I think he's going to be just as fast, if not faster. Charles Wilson out there. Robert Tibbs, currently 16th fastest from Indianapolis, Indiana. Mr. Jordan Massey from Fort Worth, Texas. Cody Siegel Oliver from Gleason, Tennessee. Sean Wilson back out there again in that 47 machine. John Mateo, oh how I've missed John Mateo. Glad to see him back out there. Eric Johnson getting back on track here with just about a minute left. And we've got looks like 34 drivers registered for tonight's race. And here we go. We got James Greedy getting out on track. Currently sitting 30th on the leaderboards here. Jeff Trapasso. Charles Bagley. Hey, look at Charles Bagley from St. Louis. Glad to have Charles Bagley over here with the Outcast boys running tonight. See how Charles does against these a different breed of guys, so to speak. As practice should be over here just a second. But boy, oh boy, season 4. Woo! Oh, Jordan, refresh your paints. Mine isn't showing. Well, let's do that then. Go over here to, let's see, where is he at? Jordan Massey down pit road. See if we can't get a quick little refresh here. Oh, I'm not getting the, in the boot so early. That's what I ought not do. I ought not get that boost so early. But I just get so excited, I just can't help it. Paint still uploading here. You can't see anything anyway. Because of the fog. Oh yeah, the 47's loaded in here. Jordan's still a white paint there. He's the color of the fog. You'll never see him coming. And looks like qualifying is done for now. Or practice is done now. Qualifying will begin here. So who's going to be out on off of pit road first? I think there's going to be a lot of guys. Here we go. Rob Williams. Getting ready to roll off here. Anthony Bennett rolling. Man, Bags, I'm doing fantastic, buddy. How about yourself? Here we go. From Riverview, Florida. That 97 machine of Anthony Bennett rolling out to try to get that green flag, get those tires warmed up. Hiawassee, Georgia's own Ronnie Welchel. Getting those laps in now. And Mr. David Vodka trying to get his green lap started here. Check on Jordan Massey. No paint has loaded for Jordan Massey, unfortunately. Eric Johnson from Springfield, Missouri. Waiting for these guys to finally get across that green flag to get these laps going here. And it looks like Eric Johnson's coming out of turn 3 for the first time. Anthony Bennett as well. Currently, Anthony's sitting at the top of the board. Eric Johnson, now he's sitting at the top of the board. Jordan Massey now second. Ronnie Welchel now third. Ian Montrose, oh man, this guy's back. He was fast last season. Montrose currently sitting at the top of the board. Only 100 faster right now, but second lap is fastest here. Carson Youngblood to the top. And you can see there on the bottom left, I've got it to where if somebody takes that pole away from the next driver, it says pass for the lead. That will be for pole position. Johnson now second. Still not as fast as Carson Youngblood. That was... now we got Ian Montrose there to the top spot. Put Carson down to second. Carson still on his second lap, though. Brandon Brock sitting fourth. Oh, Brian Zemer's out here. Currently ninth fastest right now. Heading out of turn 2. Going down into turn 3. This is going to be for the final time for him. Let's see what Brian Zemer can do. Currently ninth fastest. Let's see if he can do better than ninth. And that's a negative Ghost Rider. Robert Tibbs currently 10th here. Charles Bagley, let's take a look here. Charles Bagley sitting 24th right now, but he is on his second lap. Oh, Ronnie Hurst grabbing the pole for now. We still got some guys out there that still need to qualify. But Charles Bagley right now trying to complete his second lap. Coming out of turn 3 for the final time. Charles Bagley, let's see if he can do better than 27th. I'm sure he can. He's got the skill. He's got the talent. What's it going to be? Apparently not. Charles Bagley. 27th fastest. He must have hit the wall, though, because the second lap, I don't think the second lap counted. Ryan Eberhard's out here. Nice to see him return. Missed him on the track. Ah, yeah, Bags touched the wall there. Man, it was a good lap though. But I guess I did not see you hit the wall. Ryan Eberhard already completed his second lap here. Kel Peterson out there now, sitting 16th fastest, trying to complete his second lap. I got you there. Oh, let's see if we can get it scrolling then. How about that? That should work. Sorry about that. Oh, Kel Peterson, 15th fastest, picked up a little bit there. And Dean Gear here. Oh, big slothy Drew Calvert doesn't win. Oh yeah, Calvert, he's a hoot, man. And he's fast. He's got a really good shot of winning tonight. And thank you, Kyle, OTS Killer Bees. Thank you for letting me know that. I didn't even notice that. Let's see what Dean Gear from Elk Grove has to offer here. Hirsch still sitting at the top of the board. 2 people left to qualify here, Dean Gear and Brian Welchel. Coming out of turn number 3. This will be completed as his first lap. And looks like Gear, where is he so far? Ooh, 8th fastest. How about that? And he's still got 1 lap to go. And check that out, folks. The fog is starting to clear. We can see these new paint schemes. Oh yeah, sun definitely blazing out of 2. Gear really loose out of 2 as well. He's going down into 3. See if he could pick up a little bit better than 8th here. I think it's a possibility. Where's that going to put him? No, he's just a little bit slower. And that should be it. Don't believe in... Yeah, 30 seconds left. Only 1 person left to qualify. And Bag subscribed with the Prime. Man, a lot of people subscribed with the Primes tonight. Kale with the resubscription 5 times. How about that? Appreciate the follow, Shannon. Appreciate the resubscribe, Glat Mom. Katie Fobros. Subscription. Appreciate that. R Mommy for Life. OTS Killer Bees. All subscribed. Well, resubscription. Rob Hamilton Gaming. Gaming Cowboy. Hubert Johnson with the bits. Multiple times. Alright, that's going to be it. Let's clear this stuff out right here. Let's get down to our track, shall we? Whoo, look at them beautiful trucks. Waiting for some people here to get on that track. All right, let's go ahead and get into the starting grid. Starting on the pole, Ronnie Hurst with Ian Montrose in second. Row number 2 is going to go to Carson Youngblood with Joshua Yarbrough. Row 3, Eric Johnson, James Terry. Row number 4, Brandon Brock and Dean Gear. Row 5, Sean Wilson, Jordan Massey. Brian Zemer, Lane Ritchie in row number 6. Row 7, Robert Tibbs with Drew Kuhn. Row 8, Josh Newman with Kel Peterson. Row number 9, Ronnie Welchel, Steve Giberson. Oh, that's a pair. Anthony Bennett, David Vodka in row number 10. Rob Hamilton and Rob Williams in row number 11. Row 12 is going to go to Sean Rother with Cody Segal Oliver. Charles Wilson, John Mateo in row number 13. Row 14, Drew Calvert, Jeff Trapasso. Charles Bagley, Tim Freet in row 15. Row 16, Ryan Eberhard with David DeVille. Row 17, James Greeny with Brian Welchel. And that's going to be it. Let's take a look here at the race info tonight. Yes, we have race info tonight at Pocono. Race number 1. Race distance 65 laps, no stages, 2 sets of tires over the wall, 3 green light checkers. The fuel window tonight, 19 to 20 laps, 60% fuel capacity in these trucks. So they're going to have to pit fairly quickly here. 20 laps is going to go by real quick. Look at that field right there, folks. Let's see these driver cams one more time. Got these guys behind the wheels of their sim rigs, locked and loaded and ready to rock. Good luck tonight, guys. Oh yeah, sun's a-blazing now. Exiting turn 3. Season 4 about to start here as the pace car's about to be heading off for the very first time this season. Here we go. Ian Montrose, Ronnie Hurst leading to the green flag. Green flag in the air. Side by side. Already some lane switching going on here. Carson Youngblood all the way to the bottom. Ian Montrose on the outside of Ronnie Hurst right now. Heading down the long straight into the tunnel turn right now. Ian Montrose taking the lead early here. Carson Youngblood now. Looking low on Ronnie Hurst. Josh Yarbrough in 4th right now. Brandon Brock doing Brandon Brock things right here. He's lost 2 positions though. Trying to gain them back. I think he's going to do a little bit of saving. Brian Zemer, Sean Wilson battling. Back up front, Ronnie Hurst though. Battling Ian Montrose for the lead. Side by side, coming out of turn 3 to complete lap number 2. Ronnie Hurst now in command. Still, now we got nose to tail. Pretty much everybody's nose to tail now. Let's take a look here. Sean Wilson's lost a couple of spots. He's being attacked there by the 7 of Lane Ritchie. Lane trying to get up there to the 47. Drew Kuhn up 1 spot. See Drew Kuhn there on the outside of the 4 of Josh Newman. There's the back of Josh Newman. He's got Robert Tibbs all over him. Ronnie Welchel as well on the bottom. Get on the back here of Robert Tibbs. See what he sees from the back. Ronnie Welchel diving in early. Trying to take that spot. There's old Kel Peterson. He's down 1 spot from the drop of the green flag. Biggest gainer so far, Drew Calvert up 7 positions to 20th. David Vodka, Sigal Oliver here battling side by side. Rob Williams, Rob Hamilton as well. about, I'd say, 10th on up. Everybody's single filed out right now. 13 battling with the 97 now. And looks like the 13 is going to take that position here. On board here with Anthony Bennett. Anthony all the way to the white line. Oh, and loose. And here we go. Anthony Bennett off track. Yellow flag out. Gets into, looks like the 60 there. Let's take a look, see what happened. Maybe it wasn't the 60. Not exactly sure here. Let's take a look. Yes, it was the 60. From the chopper cam. Steve Giverson. Oh, looks like Anthony Bennett just got loose there. David Vodka involved. The 69 of Bagley. Jeff Trapasso. Charles Wilson, though, did a fantastic job of avoiding. So that's going to be the first caution of the night. And I guarantee these cats are coming down. I mean, it's lap 6. They're coming down for some fuel. Remember, fuel window 19 to 20. Oh, still Kim from TikTok. What's going on? How we doing? Yeah, guarantee these guys are going to come down for some fuel. No tires, of course. Now, remember, they only get 2 sets of tires, so you'd be kind of foolish to take them right now. Ian Montrose, though, side by side here with Ronnie Hurst. Ronnie being conservative. That may or may not give Ian Montrose the spot here. We're going to see. Oh, yeah, Montrose. Going to beat the 22 off pit road. He's the first one off pit road. James Greeny didn't pit. Kel Peterson didn't pit, nor did Carson Youngblood. And I said James Greeny. Yeah, James Greeny didn't pit. So Greeny up to the front. Peterson, Youngblood was already up there. So now if this thing goes green, they're going to have to pit about 7 laps earlier than the other guys. So they're going to be off schedule. Yep, so Jordan Massey may have taken 2 tires. Let's see. Update this here. Yeah, looks like just fuel only. Okay. So it looks like it's gonna be Greedy and Montrose. Leading these boys back to the green flag. "34 people watching. Man, oh man, a good turnout on race night number 1. Appreciate you guys and gals coming out, showing your love and support to the Outcast boys. They deserve it, no doubt about it. I'm happy to be back. I've missed you guys so much. Looks like they're coming into turn 3 in just a moment, so... Oh yeah, we definitely love our Outcasts. All right, folks, pace car's going to be heading in this time. We're going to go back green flag racing in 3, 2, 1. Green flag in the air. James Greeny in command right now. He's going to have the preferred line heading down into turn 1. Oof. Ian Montrose, blazing fast on an outside line. Got plenty of momentum. Carson Youngblood as well goes around. Joshua Yarborough goes around. That's your top 3 for now. It's definitely more than okay to be an outcast. Most people don't like being outcasts. James Greeny now falling back to 4th place, but he is up 29 spots. So if this little pit cycle strategy plays out, he's going to be sitting pretty. Brian Zimmer, man, look at these guys. Some of these guys are 3 wide back there. (55 to 22) battling. That is Brian Zimmer, Ronnie Hurst. Joshua Yarborough battling here with Carson Youngblood side by side. Now the 77 clears the 16. Ian Montrose is checked out. Josh Newman now getting around James Greeny. 3 wide battle there with the 18 as well. Looks like they're 11th wide. Josh Newman now up to P4. Eric Johnson up to 5th. Who's up behind him there? James Terry in that Toyota Tundra. Looking strong tonight, to Mr. Terry. My name is Terry. James Terry. Looking good. Oh, Steve Giberson jumped to the, or he's in the pits right now. Enter pit lane. Sean Wilson getting a big push here from the 7. of Lane Ritchie down the front stretch. Brandon Brock has fallen back. It's down 6 spots from the drop of the green flag. Started in 7th, now in 13th. We've still got a really long race here. Oh, we got loosey-goosey here right in front of Brandon Brock, who was at the 25 of James Greeny. Was really loose off the exit of that corner. Lost a ton of spots. Jordan Massey now going over underneath him. James Greeny gets his momentum back. He does keep that position from Massey. Drew Kuhn battling. He's on the inside of the 47 right now. Plenty of passing all over the track. Let's take a back look up front. Ian Montrose, his lead has decreased now, only about 3/10 ahead of Josh Yarbrough. I knew Montrose was going to start this season off with some really good momentum. Eric Johnson a little ways behind Josh Newman here. Just a little bit. James Cherry, Brian Zemer battling hard. Got some other drivers back here though. Drew Calvert's all up in the mix there. You can see him in that 86 as he going underneath the 61 of, that would be Rob Williams. Rob Williams, though, with the momentum on the high side. He's going to get that position. Here comes James Greeny, though. He wants some. Charles Bagley now up 10 spots in 19th. He's all up in the mix as well. 3 wide on the outside. Oh, now 2 wide. As him and Kel Peterson now are battling side by side coming out of turn 3. And a guy we haven't seen in a while, John Mateo. Having a decent run tonight in 20th. Take a look back up front as these guys should be nose to tail. Yeah, they are. Looking off the gearbox, the back gearbox here. I mean, off the rear deck lid of this Silverado, you can see Josh Yarbrough now. He's got his mirror full of Carson Youngblood on board here with Yarbrough. Josh Newman on his way, though. Carson Youngblood clutching in that 0X number 16 Silverado. Trying to save some fuel here. Is that a strategy? Still trying to little two-stop it here. And back down into turn number 1. Now the leaders nose to tail. First, second, and third place. Back a little further, Eric Johnson's got James Terry, Ronnie Hurst, and Brian Zemer all straight in the line with him. Let's check on Lane Ritchie. Well, it looks like he's all by himself. Not really a draft to be had. He's a little ways back from Drew Kuhn. Then you got Ronnie Welchel in the pits. James Greeny right now. James Greeny down pit road. You can see him getting a stop. Oh, and we got a pass for the lead. Josh Yarbrough making it happen, passing Ian Montrose. Now Youngblood. That's Carson Youngblood on the outside of Ian Montrose. Ian getting that spot back, but that's going to bring the 4 of Josh Newman right up into the battle. And we're playing the draft game where we're trying to break the draft down the straightaways to keep these guys from closing in. Montrose, he's going to get loose here with the 16 of Carson Youngblood on his rear. On board here, Carson Youngblood. Carson a little loose though. Carson likes the looser feel of the truck. I think he really thrives on that, actually. That's not what Ian Montrose needs to do with Carson Youngblood here, is give him the inside and or the clean air for rotation. I'd be driving the mess out of this truck in my mirror. Still giving Carson the bottom, still giving him the clean air. Take a look back here. The 8 and the 21 battling side by side. Coming out of turn 3. Brandon Brock, though, is closed up. He's up in 10th. Now 9th as Josh Newman, you can see there, coming down pit road. Back over here to Brandon Brock with some nice drafting help to the 21. James Terry, though, able to keep that position. Off the back here, Drew Kuhn. Brandon Brock starting to show some late race momentum, some late race pace. Things are starting to get a little clogged up here between Eric Johnson, Ronnie Hurst, and the 55 of Zemer. Now Ronnie Hurst has got Zemer all over him. Eric Johnson trying to break the draft. Let these guys have at it here. Brian Zemer's going to lose a spot, though, to James Terry. Now 3 wide, down into turn 1. Be careful, boys. That is a recipe for disaster. Back up front, Carson Youngblood closed the gap upon the 77 of Yarborough and was finally able to make that pass happen on Ian Montrose a couple laps ago. Top 3, though, a little over 2 seconds from 4th place. Drew Kuhn off track. Oh, coming up the track. Take a look here and see what happened to Drew Kuhn from the Georgia Mountain Fairgrounds replay. See exactly what happened. Oh, the 55 gets into him, sends him to the moon. Drew Kuhn comes back up the track. Of course, no fault of his own there as far as coming back up on the track. When you get into that grass, folks, these cars, these trucks do not drive. Cars, trucks, it don't matter. They do not drive in the grass. Drew Kuhn, though, was able to keep a spot. Oh, as we've got a trying to pass for the lead here. Carson Youngblood down to the bottom. Oh, he gets into the 77 just a little bit here. Get off the nose here of Ian Montrose. See what he's seeing. Youngblood in the wall just a little bit. Montrose with a really, really good run. Out of the tunnel turn. Coming into 3, though. Carson Youngblood prevails back out into 2nd. Drafting game still happening. Top 10 or so single filed out. Then you got Kel Peterson, first one trying to get that pass done on Jordan Massey. Really the only ones racing for position right now, as Jordan Massey now takes the spot away. We should be pitting here fairly soon. Looks like most people, yeah, everybody pitted on lap 7. We're at 27 now, so they should start pitting here very, very soon. Yeah, there we go. Ronnie Hurst down pit road right now. Still a really nice battle for the lead, though, between the 16 and the 77. John Mateo down pit road for his service, along with Jeff Trapasso. You can see we added a lot more information, folks, to the stream. That way to keep you guys informed of exactly what's happening to your favorite driver, whether they go off track, they pit, they're fighting for the lead, they get a black flag, something like that. As you can see, Ian Montrose now to the lead as Yarborough and Youngblood getting their stop done. Montrose did a fantastic job of saving just a tick more than the front runners. And he was in the lead too, so it's just amazing to me that he was able to save that much. There's going to be a lot of shuffling here for the next 10 laps. Oh, Brandon Brock has to serve a black flag. Black flag for Brandon Brock. Eric Johnson in pits now. Ian Montrose, that's going to leave Jordan Massey out there. Nope, Jordan Massey pitting as well. Leaders down pit road. Robert Tibbs stayed out. Last pitted on lap 8. So he's going to be able to go one more lap. Robert Tibbs went in the first time to get fuel. Came around. Oh, Ryan Eberhard being served with a black flag as well. So Robert Tibbs went in the first time under caution to get fuel. Went around again to get a little splash. That's going to allow him to go one extra lap. Yarbrough, though, half a second ahead of Ian Montrose. This is good. This is for the race lead after Robert Tibbs has to pit. Carson Youngblood, the bigger loser there, off of pit road. That you can see Robert Tibbs now down pit road. Carson Youngblood lost a lot of time on pit road. He was the slowest pit stop and total time. Tim Freet with a black flag as well. So Josh Yarbrough now will take over the lead once again. And his lead's actually bigger now than it was previously, as he's trying to break the draft over Montrose. James Greeny now pitting. Last lap by Joshua Yarbrough. Fastest lap. You got Montrose here. Carson Youngblood in third, 2.5 seconds now away from these guys that he was battling with going down in the pits. Eric Johnson now in fourth. Nice consistency out of Johnson after that green flag pit stop. Josh Newman, nice rally back up into fifth. Ronnie Hurst in sixth as of now. James Terry with the fastest lap of the race. That last lap by James Terry with some speed, I'm telling you. And Lane Ritchie currently in the 8th spot. We got some new guys up here showing us how it, well, not showing us, showing these Outcast guys how it's done. Oh, we got some smoke here. What's going on? Don't tell me the fog's rolling back in. Brian Zimmer in 9th with Dean Gear. I had high hopes for Dean Gear coming into this thing. I mean, he's running 10th here, and we're exactly halfway in this race. So he's not out of the fight just yet. Tim Freet right there going by. Not going by. Getting passed by the 92. Anthony Bennett by himself for now. They're closing in, though. The 86 of Drew Calvert currently in 12th. Trying to run down Bennett. Quite a bit faster than Bennett last lap by, but we'll see here. He may have had some drafting help from 13th place, Kel Peterson. Oh, yes, he definitely. Kel Peterson pushing the mess out of the 86 and around the 97. They both go to the inside on the front stretch. They're going to have a ton of momentum here. The 86 definitely gets by, and the 20 still battling. Black flag served for David Vodka. Not sure what happened there to David Vodka. Last pitted on lap 26. Not exactly sure. Anyway, back up here, 7/10 of a second lead is Yarbrough back to Montrose. And he's got some lap traffic here of Ryan Eberhard. That's going to help him out just a little bit. Best battles on the track right now between Johnson and Terry. Less than a 10th gap. And that will be for 4th place. Terry going around Johnson here. James Terry up to the 4th position. See some good things out of this number 8. Really, really fast, and I like that paint scheme as well. Brian Zimmer all by his lonesome right now, no drafting help, so he's just, right now, he's just going to have to ride or really, really push hard to try to close up the gap back to Ronnie Hurst in 7th. Drew Calvert, Kel Peterson battling here. It's a nice battle. They helped one another get around the 97. Now they're battling. Kel Peterson able to get around Drew Calvert for now. I think Kel's got a little bit more longer run speed, I think. So we should see this battle die down. I say that, here comes the 86 back down to the bottom. I think the high line now is rubber. Yeah, you could definitely see that third groove is really rubbered in, so I think that's going to be the preferred line. Get on board here with Kel Peterson. Lowest he's been is 27th. You can see it right there in the bottom left. That is position by lap. Currently sitting 11th. Highest he's been all race is up to 5th. He's hadn't led any laps, but you can see he pitted, dropped back down to 15th or so, and now it's worked his way up to almost 10th. Nose to tail, the 20, the 86. Let's take a look here at the leader once again. Only less than a half a second now. Montrose closing in. He's got that draft back now to Yarbrough. So I expect to see Ian Montrose do something with that draft. Well, you can see now he's, 3/10 now. Definitely closing in. Holy moly, folks. 40 people watching. 40 people listening to the Glad Dad call this race. That's what I'm talking about. Montrose definitely closing in. He's a little bit faster He was a tenth faster the lap before, and a tenth faster this last lap by Carson Youngblood, running the same lap times as Ian Montrose. Fastest 5 for 5, folks. Let's take a look. Brandon Brock, fastest on track right now, but he's not a lap down, but he's close. Carson Youngblood, fastest average as well, 56.49. Very similar to Ian Montrose. These two are about to be nose to tail. Yarborough now just too close, cannot shake him. Dean Gear, Ronnie Welchel battling side by side. Dean Gear on the high side, Ronnie Welchel down bottom. Coming down the front stretch. Man, I appreciate that, Mr. Litweiler. Dean Gear lost the spot to Ronnie Welchel. Now Ronnie moved up into the 10th position. How about that? He's been doing some practicing up there in Hiawassee, Georgia on the off season. Ronnie Welchel, mid-race here, running in the top 10. That is amazing. Good job for Ronnie. Good solid run. Looks like we got a battle trying to unfold here between... Well, no, it's a little further than I thought. I thought it was a little closer than that. Between the 18 and the 22 here. But these guys are still running nose to tail. You can see Hurst there. Just behind Johnson, Lane Ritchie. Having a nice run in 7th. And Brian Zemer still holding up to the draft right there in 8th. And if you want a race recap, lap 42 of 66. Only one caution for 3 laps and 6 lead changes. It's pretty impressive. Well, I say pretty impressive. This is the norm. This is the norm for the Outcast boys. They come in here. If they even have a caution, they may have 1 or 2. So this league is super clean, super courteous and kind. And plenty of teamwork. I know we don't really have teams, and I say that, and we've got a caution. Rob Williams, Anthony Bennett. Rob Williams off track. Oh, we got a cluster here. And check that out. No ARCA braking to be had. Let's take a look here from the chopper cam. Charles Wilson. Oh, Charles Wilson comes up on Tim Freet. Gets around. Oh, Anthony Bennett. Take a look at it one more time here. '61. He touched the brakes, sent him around town. Not a terrible hit for Charles Wilson, but Anthony Bennett. Let's take a look here at Anthony Bennett's truck, see if we can see anything wrong with it. Go to the spotter here to get a closer look down the front stretch. I don't really see anything. They have a little bit of damage in the rear, but doesn't look like a whole lot here. He doesn't have a meat... Well, Rob Williams, he's got to go in for repairs. He's definitely got a meatball flag. He's got to get that fixed. Anyway, back up front, No time to save now. I think they're going to have to save a little bit. They're definitely coming down pit road. Looks like James Greeny's staying out, though. James Greeny. James Greeny is your lucky dog winner as he goes around. So James going to get his lap back. He's going to be right back on the same lap as everybody else. As we've got... Oh, boy, look at this. Eric Johnson. Oh, Josh Newman getting served with a black flag here. Eric Johnson winning the race off pit road. Unfortunate something happened here to Josh Yarbrough. What's going on? 47-second total time for Josh Yarbrough. Slowest time. Yeah. Gonna come out in 11th place. Whew. Robert Tibbs, though, staying out. James Greeny now pitting as he's back on the lead lap. Pubert Johnson in the chat with the hearts with the crown on it. A little less of that, a little more drive, sir. Gonna be starting in 2nd place. I think they're going to have to save a little bit. Because, I mean, we're going... You got some drivers coming in here. Ryan Eberhard in the pits. Some other guys ducking down here. So they're crossing the start-finish line. Let's take a look here at your driver lineup to take the green flag once again. It's going to be Tibbs and Johnson in that front row with James Terry, Lane Ritchie. Newer guys here to the Outcast League. In the 2nd row, 3rd row is Ronnie Hurst with Ian Montrose. Montrose lost a little bit there. Starting in the 6th position. Ronnie Welchel, look at this, with Cody Siegel-Oliver. 7th and 8th. And Jordan Massey, Kel Peterson, you top 10. Man, I don't know what's going to happen here. Are these drivers up front going to be able to, are they going to be able to save enough? And Eric Johnson, or Pubert Johnson in the chat, breaking my focus here with the 69 bits. Thank you, sir. As we're going to go back green. Pace cars off, heading to the restart zone. Green flag back in the air. Robert Tibbs taking the lead. James Terry, Lane Ritchie battling side by side here as they roll off into turn 1, getting up to speed. 21 laps to go. They're going to need to save. There's no way they can make it. They're going to have to save. They can't go all out. James Terry taking over the third position. Ronnie Hurst now single file. Carson Youngblood trying to move up through the field again. Ronnie Welchel in 8th, trying to make a pass happen on Jordan Massey. Sean Rother, Ian Montrose back here. A lot of guys jostling for position. Oh! Jeff Trapasso down in the wall right as James Terry was trying to pass for the lead. Caution is out. James Terry, I think they're going to give it to him. He was the first one to the scoring loop, so I think James Terry's going to be leading this thing, coming to the green. Meanwhile, take a look and see what happened to Jeff Trapasso. Then that 45 machine. Take a look at it one more time here. Looks like it just comes down the nose. Comes across the nose of somebody. And do we have a lucky dog here? I believe we do. Maybe we don't. Who knows? Looks like, who is that back there? Looks like Charles Wilson. Yeah, Charles Wilson's got some damage on that right front still. That's going to hurt him. I think it's going to make him a little tight. Yeah, he's got some damage there. And I know we're going to be coming to 1 to green here. But let's take a look for the path to the lead. We weren't up there, but we want to see it, folks. The way James Terry made the pass for the lead on Robert Tibbs all the way down to the bottom. Robert Tibbs just missed the corner. And then the caution waved. Eric Johnson was to the inside of Tibbs. James Terry. Looks like everybody coming down. Nope, not everybody. Top 12 stay out. I think they're saying they're good. Lane Ritchie now going to take the lead. Newer guy here to Outcast Motorsports. Not sure if he's going to run both leagues here. We've got the trucks on Tuesdays, as you folks know, and the first 3 seasons they ran the Gen 4 cars. But this season, in Season 4, they're going to go to the Gen 6 cars. It's supposed to be... I've watched some practices with the Outcast guys in the Gen 6s. And I've also been a part of some. I think it's going to be very, very competitive on Thursday nights. Tuesdays is good, but I think Thursday it's going to be better. You got a lot of horsepower. Those cars are loose. A lot of wheel spin happening on restarts. I think it's going to be really, really fun. And here we go with your 10 car lineup. Top 10, Lane Ritchie, Carson Youngblood in the front row, followed by Jordan Massey, Ronnie Walchel in fourth on the outside line. John Mateo, Ian Montrose. With Dean Gear, Cale Peterson, Brandon Brock, James Greeny. Brandon Brock, where'd you come from? Served a green flag. And now rolling up into the 9th position. Pretty impressive comeback, sir. 40 people watching. And 40 people enjoying the show, I hope. And they definitely can make it. At least the guys that pitted under that previous caution, they're going to be able to make it. Let's take a look at the weather here. See if it's changed a little bit. 68 track tip. That's pretty chilly. I've seen some trucks getting loose, but I think it's just aero loose. Having a truck up behind you, but pretty grippy here. Only about 16 more laps to go. Lane Ritchie in the lead. 3 cautions for 9 laps and still 6 lead changes. Going into turn 3 here, so they're going to take the green here momentarily. Here we go, pace car off to the restart zone. Green flag in the air, here we go, boys. Nice jump by Lane Ritchie. A lot of jostling for position back here. As Carson Youngblood now looking to the inside of the 7. Looking to take the spot away. Not going to be good enough right now. Looking off the back bumper here of Lane Ritchie. Oh, Carson loses it just a little bit, gets a little loose. He's got Montrose all over the back of him here. Ian Montrose trying to take the lead, or the second spot away from Carson Youngblood. He's going to have a really good momentum here. He's going to stay behind Carson for now. Go back here and take a look at the guy that was the first down pit road this last time by. Trying to work his way up through the field. Doesn't have fresh tires. He took fuel only that last stop. James Terry wrapping that bottom, went 3 wide, now cleared them all. James Terry now up into the 7th position. Ronnie Hirsch now has got a battle on his hands. James Greeny working his way up. Oh, Anthony Bennett spins it. Caution will come out. Anthony Bennett with a self-spin here. Got it going on. He's got it back going. Down pit road he goes. Lane Ritchie, though, keeps that lead, but fastest lap of the race. Looks like it's going to go to Carson Youngblood. That last time by, he ran the fastest lap of everybody. Looks like we've got 5 Fords out there in the field tonight. And we've got a ton, an absolute ton of Chevy Silverados in the field. And just about half that is Toyotas. But for the Fords, only 4 people driving the Fords. Oh yeah, Welchel top 5 thus far. Yeah, running in the 5th position. Well, we got some drivers coming down for pit road. Just a handful, about 5 or 6 drivers. Everybody else staying out, so they can make it all the way. Looks like Josh Newman going around here. Josh Newman is the lucky dog, so he's going to go around, get his lap back. And should be on the same lap as everybody else. Hope you folks are in for a doozy of a finish, because I believe it's going to be a multiple car or multiple trucks trying to get this lead late in this race. You got some fast guys up there. Lane Ritchie, first time leading tonight, but he's been fast all night, been running sadly inside the top 10. Carson Youngblood, he's been up there battling for the lead. Ian Montrose, he's led some as well. But you got some guys that know how to win. You've got Cale Peterson back there in 4th. John Mateo, I believe, has won some. And you've got some guys that are trying to get some first-time wins, like Ronnie Welchel, Drew Calvert, James Terry. So we'll have to see here, because this is lap 54. Of 66. So just a handful of laps left. All right, folks, coming out of turn 3, getting ready to take this green flag again to the restart zone. Green flag in the air. Lane Ritchie, Carson Youngblood. Getting these things turned wide open here. Lane Ritchie now with the lead. Carson Youngblood looking low. 2 to left for quarter panel of the 7. Side by side coming out of turn 1. Kel Peterson, though, check this out. Kel Peterson right there. Now on the inside of Carson Youngblood. Oh! Has to check up, and Ian Montrose gets into him. So does John Mateo. And we were there live. Oh, man. It's an absolute junkyard right here. Everybody was side by side. Let's take a look here, see what happened to Kel Peterson. My, oh my. See what exactly unfolded between these guys. It happened there, and it happened a little further back. Kel Peterson involved. And we're going to have to go back a little further here, folks. James Terry. So you get on here with James Terry. James Terry got put in the wall as well. Brandon Brock. Some others. And let's see, we've got some meatball flags here, some repairs that must be completed. John Mateo, badly damaged on pit road right now. Getting some damage fixed. Yes, crew chief Franklin. What a mess. Oh, man. Got some drivers coming in. And let's see here if we can't get a word with somebody. See if we can find somebody here. Lane Ritchie, glad to have the booth. You got me.
Yes, sir, I do.
Man, a good running though. Really good speed, really good pace all race long. The lowest you've been 17th, but you're up in the lead with just a handful of laps left. How are we feeling, and what are you thinking about? I mean, are you going all out to try to win this thing? Because you don't have to save fuel anymore, correct?
Yeah, that's correct. I was gonna go till I ran out of fuel because I thought I could get pretty close, but now I think I just go for it, right?
Oh, absolutely. Yes, definitely go for it. With you being new here to this league, we've had more cautions tonight than we normally do. You know, cautions breed cautions, but man, you're sitting in a really good spot here to take this thing home. You've had some really good restarts, so just keep that up, and we should see you here at Victory Lane.
Well, we'll do my best.
Absolutely. All right, buddy. Well, good luck tonight, or good luck the rest of the race, and we'll hopefully we'll talk to you after the race.
Sounds good.
All right, Lane Ritchie. Pace car lights are off. You can see right there. So we're gonna go green flag racing again. See, looks like, yeah, John Mateo still on pit road. He's got extensive damage. So I don't believe he's going to finish the race tonight. James Terry had to go in on lap 57 to get some repairs done. Charles Wilson down as well. James Terry had a real good shot to win this race. Kel Peterson had to go down and get some repairs. Brandon Brock now in 19th because he's trying to play catch up here. This guy right here from No Lift Motorsports for another league that I broadcast on Fridays and Saturdays. Charles Bagley having a pretty quiet run. Running in the 15th spot. Ooh, that sun though. I don't know if I can deal with that sun. That's blinding. I think I'm going to need to put my sunglasses on if we go into any more onboard cameras. But yeah, Bagley, I think he's going to have a good shot here to... I mean, he's got some pretty fast guys in front of him, but I think there's plenty of room and plenty of time to secure maybe a top 10 finish here. All right, here we go, folks. Pace cars off. Seeing if Lane Ritchie can have a nice restart once again. Oh yeah, Lane Ritchie able to pull out to the front. Rob Hamilton being served with a black flag. Lane Ritchie pulling out front, and that's exactly what he wants to see. The 16 and the 10 of Ian Montrose battling side by side with only 7 laps to go. Now Carson Youngblood, oof! Carson Youngblood taking the lead away. Now Ian Montrose underneath Lane Ritchie. And they're door to door coming out of turn 3. Carson Youngblood all the way to the bottom, trying to break that draft, do whatever he can to try to break this draft. Close call there for Montrose and Ritchie. Now we got a 3-wide battle here. Drew Calvert up in the mix. Drew Calvert now to the outside of Ian Montrose. That's going to take over the 3rd spot. Now he's got Lane Ritchie to contend with. He was able to clear Montrose. Now up to 3rd. Oh, Drew Calvert hard in the wall. Very tight as he was behind Lane Ritchie. Dirty air on that car. And now he's got to reset and try it again. Hopefully he doesn't have any toe damage. Carson Youngblood still trying to break that draft. Doing it twice down the front stretch. How about that? Pulling way out here. Check back a little bit further. About 5th, 6th, and 7th. They're all stacked up. Eric Johnson's able to break away from those guys, though. As you got James Greeny in 8th place. There's James Greeny there battling with Jordan Massey and Charles Bagley. Look at this. What did I say? Charles Bagley, 11th. Battling for 10th right now. As he's 3 wide on the outside, coming out of turn 3. Jordan Massey slides up the track just a little bit. Doesn't get into Charles Bagley. Bagley now in the 10th position. Still got plenty of time. He's able to get to the bottom of the track now. Gonna wrap that bottom. Now moves up into the 9th spot. Able to clear him, and look, here comes Brandon Brock now back. Started and here we go, Brandon Brock. Off track spun. This is not Brandon's Brock's night, folks. Not his night. Let's take a look here. Back and look. Looking up top, Brandon Brock. He's the meat in the bread. Got nowhere to go. James Greedy couldn't keep it off the wall. Got down into Brandon Brock. Just a pinch. Take a look at it one more time here. Cody Siegel Oliver involved. Robert Tibbs involved. Brandon Brock just spun it though. I don't really think he has any damage. I don't see any. But they're playing catch up right back now to the field, which they should. Yeah, they called it now. But this guy right here, Carson Youngblood, currently sitting in the #1 spot with just a handful of laps. I'm not sure exactly if this is going to be a green-white checker. Yeah, you know, Killer Bees, I was just looking at the pace car with the headlights on. You're exactly right. I can guarantee you this, if for some reason they have to go through 3 green-white checkers here, it's going to be dark. Carson Youngblood playing the pitting game here. Oh, looks like, who was that? Looks like Rob Williams. Yeah, Rob Williams. Getting that old wave around. Catch back up to the back of the pack. That should put him back on the lead lap. Getting dark, yeah, getting really dark here. Let's take a look. We still got the yellow lights on the pace car. Let's take a look at in-car cam of the leader. Pretty dark. Definitely pretty dark. And it is 6 p.m. in game time, so getting pretty late. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, they're going to definitely need to finish this soon, or they're going to be in the dark. And yes, it is 4 times in game. Yeah, you're right. I confirmed that prior to the race tonight. Coming out of turn 2 here. We're going to see how this unfolds. Let's get to the white flag. That's all that matters. Get to the white flag. We can race it out after that. Here we go. See how good a start Carson Youngblood has here. They spread out back there in the back. Carson out front now. Ian Montrose in second. Lane Ritchie in third right now. Ronnie Hurst moved up into third. Battle for the lead here. Ian Montrose trying to do something with the 16. He's up top. Ian Montrose has the preferred line. Now battle for the lead. He's going to pinch the 16 down. Yes. Ian Montrose now taking the lead. Coming to the white flag. Ian Montrose in the wall just a little bit. That's going to allow Carson Youngblood to catch up just a tick here. Down into turn 1 for the final time. Who's it going to be? Ian Montrose. He's got the 22 now, looking low. He's going to make the pass happen on Carson Youngblood. Ronnie Hurst now. This is turn 2. Ronnie Hurst looking strong. Side by side. Nope. Ronnie Hurst lost the momentum. Coming down the front stretch. It's going to be Ian Montrose. Ian Montrose going to win that race tonight here at Pocono. How about that? Fantastic job by Ian Montrose. What a defense. He was able to clear Carson Youngblood and then defended his guts out to the end. Ian Montrose winning the first race here in the Truck Series. The first race at Pocono to start the season. That's the way to do it right there. And you know he's got enough fuel to do some burnouts, so that's what we want to see. Solid run all night long, all race from Montrose. He definitely proved tonight why he belongs here in the Outcast Motorsports, the truck league. There we go. Let's take a look here at the podium finishers. Well, let's do it this way. There we go. Oh, that's practice. There we go. Race Ian Montrose led 15 laps tonight, bringing it home in the number 1 spot. Ronnie Hurst bringing it home in second with Carson Youngblood. Lane Ritchie in fourth. Great run by Lane Ritchie. Drew Calvert, good run by him as well. Eric Johnson finishes sixth with Brian Zemer in seventh. Kel Peterson eighth. Joshua Yarbrough in ninth with Dean Gear. Top 10 for Dean. Very nice run for him. Brandon Brock 11th. Drew Kuhn in 12th with Josh Newman 13th. James Greeny in 14th. James Terry 15th with Charles Bagley finishing in 16th. David DeVell 17th. Charles Wilson 18th with Robert Tibbs 19th. And Cody Segal Oliver in the 20th position. And look at that. Most laps led tonight. 22 by Josh Yarbrough. Fastest lap, Carson Youngblood. Had 6 caution, 8 green flag lead changes, and ended up running 68 laps, including that green-white checkered. And congratulations to Ronnie Hurst for grabbing that pole tonight. And yes, you can see it's dark there now, folks. Let's go ahead and get in the booth. Third place, a guy I hadn't talked to in a while. Carson Youngblood, glad Dad you got me.
10-4, how are you?
I'm doing good, man. How about you? I hadn't talked to you in a while.
Oh, can't complain, can't complain. Happy to be racing.
Oh, yeah, man. I thought you was going to win it there. Fastest lap of the race, led some laps, and just got past there, coming to the white flag. Just anything else you think you could have done to hold Montrose off?
Yeah, on that first lap of the overtime, getting into turn 2, I clipped the apron just a little bit and got loose, and that let him get to my outside and get a run up around me. I tried to block that, and then he got a run back down. I got a run on him back down the straightaway and went low, and he blocked that, and I went back high, and I got squeezed up into the wall, so I think I got wheel damage after that, so that kind of killed the rest of my run right there. I just barely hung on to third place. I think if I didn't get put in the wall, I would have maybe had a shot at it, but I guess that just goes back to me. I got a little too low and clipped the apron to put me in that spot.
Well, these things happen, and you of all people should know about, stress and trying, these last lap passes and stuff like that. Because, you race in real life, so you know exactly what to expect. But, sometimes you just can't help it. You just get that race brain. You're like, oh, your heart starts pounding. You make that one tiny mistake, and it just costs you. But we'll take a third place.
Yeah, I agree. It's a solid points day. I'm gonna be trying to run all of these, run for the championship. So can't complain. You got good points right there. Keeps us up towards the front, and just decided to go on the next week and keep on rolling.
Absolutely, man. All right, buddy. We've got any shout outs? We'll get those and we'll get you on your way.
Yes, of course. Well, first of all, I got to thank the Lord for everything He does for me, blessing me with the ability to drive race cars fast and get the chance to do it. You up there for broadcasting, you do a great job. Every time I check in, it gets better and better. The Outcast Motorsports sponsors, Georgia Mountain Fairgrounds, Jackie Jones, all the guys, Lularoe, all of the guys that help put this league on, and my sponsors, Youngblood Racing and Youngblood Upholstery, the Diggerson Group, everybody that helps me. Cutting Corners podcast. I've got a new racing podcast now since the last time I've talked to you. So.
Oh wow! Congratulations.
Yeah. Just happy to be out here, and anyone watching can follow me on socials, Facebook Youngblood Racing, and then Instagram Carson Youngblood Racing, and I have a YouTube channel now, which is under Carson Youngblood. So you can keep up with my racing this season. I've got next races next weekend in Anderson, South Carolina.
Awesome, man. I'll definitely check it out. And thanks for letting everybody know. And I'm sure you're going to gain some followers now. Definitely worth following for sure. The Facebook page that you have going on it's usually up to date, and it's full of some crashes, some victories, and full of it all. So definitely worth following.
That's for sure. Well, I will hopefully get to talk to you next week. I hope you have a great rest of your night.
Hey, thank you, buddy. Have a good one. All right, let's get second place in here. Ronnie Hurst. Ronnie, how we doing, man?
We doing all right, brother. How are you?
I'm doing very well, Hey, good solid second place finish. I mean, you ran in the top 10 most of the night. You had the speed, short run, long run. It didn't matter. You had the speed. Just kind of the traffic was heavy tonight. It was hard to pass long run, and you worked your way up on those last couple of cautions up to the second spot. So we'll take that, man. Good driving.
Yeah, for sure. Thank you, man. I was just talking to Ian before you pulled me up, and we were out front at the beginning, and once we took that fuel and got 4 or 5, 6 cars in front of me, after for the next restart, once you got back there and all that, it just wasn't hard for somebody to get inside you and take you on two, or it was just it's very tough to negotiate like safely. You couldn't really just get up through the field. And I'm not really that type of racer anyways. I'm more of a steady Eddie kind of guy, I'm not gonna really blow anybody's doors off, but yeah, it worked out though. I'm really happy with the second. Obviously at first would have been good, but a lot of good racing tonight.
Well, we've seen a lot. Most of your passes happen on the outside. Every time I checked in, you were passing people on the outside. It seemed like late in the run, or as the race went on, the outside was preferred.
I like the outside the whole time. 1 and 2, not low, but like that middle line, maybe your left tire on that first seam. That felt really good, or even a little bit higher was okay. Obviously, I say 1 and 2, sorry, turn 1. Turn 2, being on the outside was kind of tricky because I think when you're side by side with anybody, inside or outside is weird. But I like the outside a lot tonight, and I had exactly what I wanted at the end there. Ian dove in in 3, and I was like, yeah, man, that's what I want, the outside, and I just missed it, and that's why he won and I didn't. So congrats to him.
Absolutely. Sometimes these things happen. But yeah, great race, man. Good points stay for you. And, hopefully we'll see you here on the podium next week.
Yeah, shoot, Adam. Last race last season I was up here. First race, I like the sound of your voice.
Oh, yeah, man. Yeah, everybody missed it. Awesome, man. All right, buddy. Well, if you got any shout outs, we'll get those, and we'll get you on your way.
Yeah, okay. First and foremost, my teammate Josh. Obviously, he had some bad luck tonight, but still stuck in there. Had a decent finish, and we all know what he'll do. He'll hang in there and he'll bounce back. Uncle James tunes in every single week to watch us here on Tuesday nights. He loves these races. Like I said last time I talked to you, he knows everybody in this league, and he sits there and roots. So Uncle James, thanks for being there, brother. My family for letting me do this stuff. I'm in the basement. We got thin floors, man, so it gets a little loud up there. So I appreciate my wife and kids dealing with this. Obviously the league sponsors, boy, there's a lot of them anymore, man. Georgia Mountain Fairgrounds, Jackie Jones, Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram, Half Moon Design, Serta Simmons, Lula Road by Tammy T. Lip, Pinnacle Wraps. We got here Outcast Custom Apparel. Sorry, I sound like I'm reading it, but quite frankly, I am. Auto America by Grand Island. Yeah, man. And just you and the booth, Adam. I haven't listened. I'm excited to see these new overlays you're talking about. I want to check it out. So, man, you're always great up there, and appreciate everything you do. And yeah, man. Oh, Eric and Mark for the league. Obviously, these guys do a great job. This league it's incredible. So, yeah, thanks everybody.
Absolutely, man. It's guys like you that make this show great. A Willman. That's exactly what you are, a Willman. So appreciate the kind words, and I'll send it back at you.
Sounds good, brother. Take it easy.
All right, man. Take it easy.
Yeah, later.
All right, and without further ado, let's get this guy in the booth, man. Hey, I knew he was gonna be fast tonight, and yeah, didn't let me down. Ian Montrose, how we doing?
What's up, sir? How you doing, man?
Doing pretty good. Watching you, wheel this thing around old school Pocono. You owned this thing tonight, man. You owned it. You ran up front most of the night, and then you kind of fell back a little bit due to some pit strategy, but worked your way back up, and now you're sitting in victory lane.
Yeah, Adam, honestly, what a great battle at the front. Carson, I thought, was probably the fastest car out there. Ronnie also had a lot of speed, certainly at the beginning. And for me, I was trying to balance a bit of fuel strategy. And when we realized that the yellow came out and it kind of canceled the strategy, then it was just all about going flat out. And, Carson and I had a crazy good battle. He got me a little loose off the corner when he was did the switchback. And then I blocked like a bad man right there to keep the win under our belt. But that's what you want. You want close battles. You don't want this to become a procession or anything like that. So to get a close battle out there, to get a couple of cars finishing within a tenth of each other, I think you can ask for more on season debut. So.
Oh yeah, no, it's exactly the way Outcast usually finishes. It's rarely a blowout. You usually have a really close finish here, especially at tracks like this where it's a technical track, and in these trucks, it's just amazing running from the drop of the green flag all the way to the end. So yeah, you prevailed. You prevailed out of 34 drivers, man, dude. We were watching you in the booth. I can promise you that.
Yeah, it was fun racing out there, and I was struggling a little bit in that middle stint to get back to Carson, and so when things lined up, you got to take the chances when you get them, and it was great to bring that 10 truck. I don't know what number was showing tonight. I'm sorry, Adam. My
No problem.
paints were having a nightmare today, but it was great to bring that 10 truck home P1. So.
Not a problem, man. Hey, and yeah, I think you're gonna be leading the points here. You let some laps, so there's another bonus point. So you're gonna be sitting pretty going into next week.
Yeah, we'll just take it week by week. This was a fun track with a fun car combination as well. So we'll take it week by week. A lot of strong competitors out there, and not taking anything for granted. So I'm excited to have a lot more close battles for the rest of the season.
Oh yeah. All right, man. Well, if you got any shout outs or any other things you'd like to say, we'll get those, and we'll send you down to victory lane.
Yes, sir. Thank you to Georgia Mountain Fairgrounds, Jackie Jones, Auto America Grand Island, Outcast Custom Apparel, Half Moon Designs, Pinnacle Wraps, Lulu Rowe, Outcast Motorsports Network, Serta Simmons, and rest in peace, Be Like the Biff. Hopefully I did the Biff proud out of that tonight.
Oh, definitely. You drove like the Biff. We've seen it. So, yeah, good win tonight. All right, buddy, we'll get out of here and we'll close this show down. Thank you for being a part of the Outcast.
Yeah. Shout outs to you and for broadcasting tonight, and shout out to Eric for putting on the league. Appreciate everybody that's involved. It's a fun league to be involved in.
Absolutely. Amen, brother. All right, buddy, we'll catch you next time. Have a good one.
Take care. Have a good one, buddy.
All right, folks, that was it. Man, how about that? Definitely want to give a shout out since it is the first race of the season. We got to shout out all of these guys, girls, everybody, all the sponsors that make this thing possible. Georgia Mountain Fairgrounds, the title sponsor here, of the Outcast Motorsports Truck Series, Lulu by Tammy, Serta Simmons, Jackie Jones, Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram, Auto America, Grand Island, Pinnacle Wraps, Outcast Custom Apparel, Half Moon Designs, Outcast Motorsports Network, which is myself, and yeah, just great race. We're going to Pocono Thursday in the brand new Gen 6 cars. They're not brand new, but they're brand new to this league. They're going to be a blast. I think they're going to be even more fun than the trucks, but they're going to be wild. They're going to be absolutely wild. You definitely want to stay tuned for that. But next week in the trucks, we're going to Echo Park, Old Atlanta. So that's going to be tricky as well for 104 laps there. So, yeah. Anyway, folks, appreciate you joining in. And, yeah, we'll see you Thursday night. You guys take it easy. And as always, it's okay to be an outcast.